I've been using the Sony Xperia Pro-I as my main phone for about 15 days now. And this is one of those devices that immediately tells you it's not made for everyone. And honestly, that's kind of the point. The first thing you notice is the design. It's tall, slim, and very intentional. The textured frame gives it a solid grip, and it feels more like a piece of camera gear than a typical smartphone. It's light in the pocket, not bulky, and surprisingly comfortable to hold for long periods. What really sets it apart are the physical buttons on the side. Everything is on one side, which already feels cleaner, but then you get two dedicated camera buttons, one for photo, one for video. After a few days, this changes how you use the phone. I found myself pulling it out, half pressing the shutter to focus, and shooting instantly, no tapping the screen, no delay. It genuinely feels like using a real camera. The display took me a couple of days to fully appreciate. Out of the box, it looks good, but once you enable creator mode and turn on 120 Hz, it really clicks. The colors stop looking flashy and start looking accurate. Skin tones feel real, contrast is controlled, and everything just feels calibrated. Watching HDR content on this screen feels natural, not exaggerated, which I actually prefer. Performance-wise, it's been rock solid. The Snapdragon 888 with 12 gigs of RAM handles everything smoothly. Daily use, multitasking, editing videos, switching between heavy apps, no issues. This isn't a gaming phone and Sony isn't pretending it is. It's tuned for stability, not benchmark flexing. Battery life is fine. Not amazing, not terrible. On most days, I ended the night around 10%, especially with 120 Hz and creator mode turned on. If you're shooting a lot of video, you'll want a charger nearby. The good news is the 30-watt fast charging helps you get back up pretty quickly. Now, the camera is where this phone really shows its personality. The 1-inch sensor isn't just a spec. It actually changes the way photos look. Images come out closer to what you see in the viewfinder. There's less aggressive processing, less artificial sharpening. If you like natural-looking photos and manual control, this phone makes a lot of sense. Video is even more impressive. The Videography Pro app gives you full control over shutter speed, ISO, white balance, everything. This is the kind of phone where you slow down and think before hitting record. And if you're into vlogging, Sony's accessories like the shooting grip and external monitor actually feel purposeful, not gimmicky. Zoom is probably the weakest part of the camera system. The 2x zoom is usable, but if you're coming from something like an iPhone Pro or a Galaxy Ultra, you'll notice the difference. This phone isn't built for long-range zoom. It's built for image quality and control. After 2 weeks, it's very clear who this phone is for and who it isn't. If you just want a phone that takes good photos automatically, this is probably not worth the money. But if you're into photography, filmmaking, or serious content creation, the Xperia Pro-I feels like a tool, not a toy. Yes, it's expensive, and yes, it's niche. But it's also one of the most focused smartphones Sony has ever made. It doesn't try to be everything, it just tries to do one thing really well. And honestly, I respect that.